Hey TikTok, this is Emily with K&E Candles. I just wanted to make a little bit different of a TikTok today and kind of show a little bit of our process. So first I'm just adding a bunch of wax into our wax melter, which is something that I don't think I've made a video of yet. I just had gotten this somewhat recently, and I just wanted to kind of show an updated video on how we make our candles. So today I'm making a batch of one of our best-selling candles, Nutmeg and Spice. So you're going to want to stir this pretty frequently so you don't get big clumps in there, because it does melt rather quickly, which is a great upside to having a wax melter. So I'm just getting all of my supplies out, my fragrance pouring pitcher, thermometer, the color I'm using, which is brown, and a stirring utensil. So now I'm just preparing my jars while I wait for the wax to melt. I just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol to clean the bottoms of the jars to make the wick sticker stick better. So we use glue dots for our candles. There's many different things you can use, wick stickers, hot glue, but that just is what seems to have worked best for us. And I use a centering tool to make sure my wicks are placed properly. I know a lot of people just go ahead and eyeball it, but I am terrible at eyeballing things, so I just like to use the centering tool because it just makes it easier and faster for me. And I place my glass jars on a cooling rack and try to spread them out as much as possible, because this allows the most airflow and helps them cool down more evenly. So now the wax is all melted, and I can go ahead and pour it into the pouring pitcher. And I apologize for some of the terrible camera work. This is something completely new to us, making videos and recording. So we're trying to slowly upgrade our equipment to make better quality videos. So I measured out the wax for this batch of 8 candles, which is the maximum that I make for a batch. I usually actually stick to about 4 or 6 candles, just because it's easier to pour and it cools down a lot faster the less wax that you have in there. So I'm just making sure the wax is at a good temperature to add the color and the fragrance. So again, I used brown for our nutmeg and spice candle, and then I'm measuring out the fragrance oil. And you want to make sure you're adding your fragrance oil below the flash point so that you don't get any of that fragrance burned off. And for this one, it's 196, so it was definitely below that, and it was a good temperature to add it. And another thing I like to do is just put a little dab on a piece of white paper to get the true color that the candle is going to look like, because it's going to look a lot lighter than it does in the pouring pitcher. And with all homemade things, it's going to be varied slightly between batches, but I do try to match them as close as I can. And while the wax is cooling down, I go ahead and finish preparing the rest of my jars. And I was going to do 4 cotton wicks and 4 wood wicks, but I actually already have an order for 3 cotton wicks. So I wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of both, so I decided to do an extra cotton. So I will have a few of those left over for our Etsy page. And then finally, when the wax is cool enough, you can go ahead and pour them into your jars. I did make a bit of a mess at this part because I'm not... But I hope you guys like this video. I know it's a little bit different than what we normally post. We'll usually post about our sales that we have going on our Etsy page, or maybe some new products that we came out with. But if you like this kind of video of us showing our process and making our candles, then please comment below or like, share, give us a follow, and let us know, and we'll make more videos like this. Thank you.